Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Good evening. Shane from Jaggs Journeys here for another fortnightly live chat on YouTube. First of all, before we get started, as always, I just need someone to confirm they can hear me. Just got to make sure the audio is good to go. So, hi to all those jumping on saying g'day. Hello, everybody. You guys just confirm you can hear me? Perfect. Thanks, Kira. Awesome. Hey, Matt. Hey, David. Spencer. Green Storm. Yep. Busy day. Thank you. Hope yours was good. Kira. Pauline. How are you? Good to see you the other night at Carnival. Thanks all for confirming my mic is good, Buzzy. Stagmaster. Is it Cats for Days? Thank you. Awesome. Thanks all for choosing Jaggs Journeys over maps. So I'm sure you're probably watching that in the on the side. I don't blame you. How good is it? I'll be watching the live stream. What's it called? 9 Live version after this later on tonight with my wife. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone had an awesome day. A week so far, or fortnight since I saw most of you last, or talked to most of you last. Yeah, there's been a fair bit going on, so we'll just chat about, I guess, what's happening in the parks. If you guys know some info, or you've been to the parks during the week, obviously I don't go during the week because I work. So if you've been and you've noticed something different or an update, please let us know on here so we can all find out. That'd be really cool. Okay. So, are they doing the VIP for the start show of Spy Chase? Do you mean excuse me, do you mean in the car like they used to do? I don't think they've started it yet. I was very fortunate enough to be given access to that was actually the day 2 of them opening, and they invited me down and onto the arena and on set and for a ride in the new cars. And there was actually the owners, and remember, Movieworld doesn't own the stunt show. It's I guess owned or run by an outside company that run a lot of things around the world, like Universal Studios stunt shows and things like that. So as the owners actually invited me down, so I was very fortunate to be given the opportunity to go in car and film as well. So that was pretty cool. If you've seen that vision I popped up, and it is on my Spy Chase video that I put out a couple months back when it opened. There's bits of that inside during that video as well. Excuse me. But they will be starting. They will be, if they haven't already, they will definitely be doing the VIP experience like they used to do. Absolutely. So watch this space, I guess. G'day, Extreme Sloth. G'day, Shane. How are you? I'm good, thank you. You went to Dreamworld today. Late start for a few rides. Okay. And Lincoln Claw ended up being down for most of the day. It's unusual. Wasn't high wind or anything, was it, today? I don't think. No, I don't think it was. Unless it was staffing restraints, because obviously the parks are quiet during the week at the moment, and things are quieter. So maybe they have to alternate some of the rides for operational costs. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just guessing. So we'll see. Hey, Pam. Pam says no maths for us. Very cool. Yeah, look, you can get sucked into maths pretty easily, like me. My wife and I, we enjoy watching the arguments and things like that, I suppose. But anyway, I actually used to work with a lady. That was she was on the show. I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before. Might have been the year before. I did not expect to see her on the show at all. But anyway, she was on it. So I think some of it is potentially might be staged, or scripted, I should say, more than anything. So yeah, it can't, because it can't always be, because you know what? There's never a year where you watch a dinner party and everyone just gets on and has a lovely time. Like, they wouldn't get ratings, right? So there's got to be a script involved from the producers to say, right, there's got to be arguments, there's got to be fights, you've got to walk out. There's got to be that. I think someone I heard on the radio, I'm not sure who it was, someone that maybe just left maths, that said that one of the arguments they had to do it 3 times for their producers. So kind of maybe to make it go on a different angle. I don't know, but there you go. So who knows? Someone on here might have something to do with maths. I'm sure they won't spill the beans completely, but anyway, Aston, I'm good, thanks. Buzzy, I'm good, thank you. Hope you're all doing well as well. All right, the real Slim Shady. They chance the chat names to just, what's that? They changed the chat names to just usernames. Oh, okay. There you go. Pauline says, Annie says hi. Hey, Annie. Good to see you in the next journey. Absolutely. We'll see you in the next journey. Absolutely. Excuse me. As usual, racing home from work, piling in the dinner before I can get on here. So, hey, Sue, thanks for jumping on. Don't apologize. I know maths is more important, so enjoy. It was good to see you. Say hi. Pauline's seen the stunt show. It was good. Yeah, it's a really cool show, that one. Absolutely. So Blitz, he's saying, I'm not sure, sorry. Blitz 909. Yeah, went to Dreamworld the other day, and the motor coaster train was in the maintenance bay. So we did notice it wasn't on the track anymore. So, okay, that's interesting. So it's just sitting in the maintenance bay. That's kind of interesting. Wonder why. I wonder what's happening with it. Greenstorm 1 says, have we heard any news on Dreamworld fixing the water features in Jungle Rush, like the waterfall on the roof and in the turntable room? Yeah, good question. Actually, I haven't heard any more about that. So, yeah, I guess if anyone's been today or recently, maybe you could say if you remember seeing that. But yeah, I know it's been a little bit hit and miss, hasn't it, with that? Ryder, how's it going? Thanks for jumping on. Ryder is playing Minecraft, working on his Scooby-Doo recreation. Ryder is very talented, and he showed me when I was at the park the other week his Minecraft work and some of his artwork he's doing. And I tell you what, he's a very talented young man, Ryder on here. So I said to him, he needs to turn that into dollars somehow. So, some of the work he's doing is incredible, theme park related as well. Maybe contact the parks, or just put it out there on the, really. I know you've got another channel and that, so, or a Instagram, I think it is. So just keep pushing it out there. Someone will see it one day and go, wow, So keep up the great work on that. Definitely. All right. So I've said a hello, I think so. Yeah. A big hello again to everyone who's jumped on tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your Wednesday night. I really appreciate it. I've got a few things to chat about tonight, for just a couple of things I've seen of late at the parks, some interesting things. So yeah, we'll just chat through that stuff and let us know what you've seen, and we'll go from there. I'm saying they haven't started the VIP for Spy Chase yet. I don't know why they haven't, because realistically, it's just exactly what they were doing before. There's no difference. It's not like they have to create a whole new set of procedures at all. They're just signing off everybody on the process. They're like the new drivers and that. But Yeah, they could be could have been making money from the start, from day one. I mean, I don't know what the holdup is on it. Anyway, I don't work there, so I don't know. But if it was me, I'd be pushing to get that thing started from day one. Yeah. So unless there's more they want to do before, or maybe they've changed their mind in terms of what the offer is for that. Maybe they're going to add more to it and make it even better. I don't know. So maybe there's a whole lot of other work going on we don't know about. So you never know. Ryder says he was told that Scooby Doo wasn't open at all yesterday, but it did open at 2:40 in the afternoon today, and there was a massive line. I could imagine. Oh, that's a bit crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Aston says, I need to go back to the theme parks. I haven't because of school and work and moving house. Fair enough, mate. That's a lot. So, guess what, though? Theme parks are still there. So, don't worry. They'll be there when you finish doing all that stuff. All good. Yeah, it's interesting about Scooby. I don't know why. Why they'd be down. Aston's got the mass virus as well. That's all right. I think most people do at the moment, or a lot do. Pauline says, it was nice to meet you at Carnival. Likewise, thank you for stopping and saying hi. I appreciate it. Always great to meet everyone who supports the channel. Sue, I won't spoil it for you and wifey. Good to see you. You and Adrian at Carnival. Yeah, I only saw you briefly at the end there. I didn't even see it. Did I? I don't think I even seen you the whole night there. Mind you, we were racing around to get our content done. It's a short event, night events for us to just challenging to just, we have a schedule that we've got to get done or get filmed, and when the time starts ticking by, by the time we stop and have dinner, and then all that eats into the time as well, and then to try and get to everything. So obviously we wanted to ride a few rides too, didn't even get a chance to do that. So anyway, it was a great night. Carnival's a great event, and it's on again this Saturday night. If you haven't already got a ticket, anyone, if you're a pass holder, remember, get a free redemption ticket to Carnival. I'm not sure if the Saturday is sold out yet, but I believe it's on again the next Saturday as well. And then I think on the last week of the month, it's Friday and Saturday, which I think is the 27th and 28th. So, yeah, definitely worth it. And, excuse me, I think it's 3 shows a night for the Aquacolor Light Show. You absolutely have to see that. If you haven't seen it before, it's the highlight of the whole thing. Fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Hey, Jason, thanks for jumping on. Really appreciate it. John McLeod, thank you, sir. Thanks for jumping on. I'm good. Yeah, when they do the VIP, you can't wait. Yeah, it's something they should be doing from the start, like I was saying. Spencer, what are your favorite foods at Dreamworld Movie World? Seems some things are awesome, some things are a miss. Any tips? Okay, so favorite foods at Dreamworld. Look, at the moment, I got to tell you, pretty much Jane's restaurant. I know it's a bit more. It's still good value. You get good size meals and things. Probably the, what's it called down there? It's the burger with like everything on it. I can't quite think of the name because I'm thinking of the movie board one I had as well, which was amazing. But I think it's the name has escaped me. If you check out my video, you'll see it when we ate lunch there. But other than Jane's, I got to tell you, some of the sandwich place in the plaza and Food Central, that's always good. The Turkish rolls and things they have in there, or even from the coffee shop, they do amazing foods in there. I do like Barrels when they've got like the brisket burger or something nice there like that as well. So kind of like that. Movie World. Wow. I'm probably gonna have to say, well, the burger I had, the Blockbuster burger I had at Stars, was incredible, but it was $30. So I probably won't have that every time I go there because it's $30. I would probably lean more towards the Dirty Harry um, outdoor kitchen because it's basically like tacos, nachos, burritos, that kind of thing. Um, get an ice cold beer if you don't drink, ice cold drink, um, and it's always really good there as well, like really really good. So would have to be there for me for movie world. Excuse me, I need to have a drink in a second. But Matt just sent through. Thanks, Matt, for this Carnival. This Saturday is still available, but it's selling fast. All right, so selling fast. So is the following Saturday, the 14th. They're selling fast, but Friday the 27th and Saturday 28th still available. I'd say plenty of tickets at this point in time. So yeah, if you've got a ticket to redeem, or if you're thinking of going, you want to get that fast, I would say. Usually on we're Wednesday now. Usually I've done this before on a Wednesday when it says selling fast. Quite often by Thursday it's gone. So and I've missed out, but in the past before. So maybe get in fast if you're thinking of going. If you haven't got an annual pass, if you want to go to Carnival, it's $69 for adults. I think it might be. Actually, I'm not sure the kids' price. I think it's 59, maybe, or 49 or 59, maybe 49 for kids. But that's just to get in the gate. Obviously, free entertainment, shows, and all that, rides, of course. But just whatever food you want to get. And if you check out my video that I did of Carnival opening night, um, the foods, the selection isn't very wide. Like they only have a small selection, but what they have is definitely incredible. And like I don't eat seafood, but the seafood, Kim Tomo's seafood boil, I think it is, incredible. Like incredible. The Louisiana dirty rice that goes, it's just beautiful. So there's that. I had the the cabana roll, cabana roll. I can never pronounce stuff like that. At the from the smoker, the smoke and grill. Had all smoked meats on it, and I tell you what, it was incredible, beautiful, in fact. So, and Adrian that was with me on that night, he had the ribs from there as well, and he said they were awesome. So, yeah, you can get other things there, chicken, and I think they had hot dogs, like Mexican inspired hot dogs. I do know somebody had the hot dogs, and they said it was cold and it wasn't actually very good. So I don't, generally it's all good, but obviously depends on the night, right? Depends who's there serving it. But I can definitely say, yeah, I know people that had the seafood, and they again incredible for that at Captain Tomo's, incredible. The smoker was incredible as well. So, but of course the pizza shop's open, and the burger place is open, and the coffee shop's open. So if you're just wanting to just have something small, or just a couple of drinks, you can do that as well. So, but entertainment is what Carnival is all about. So thanks, Matt, for sending that one through. I'm just gonna have a quick drink, guys. By the way, just want to obviously drinking water is going to be better for you than having soft drink, of course. I try and drink a lot of water, and particularly when I'm on the live streams, I definitely always try and have water. Um, I'm drinking at the moment Little Hampton sparkling water. Now, it may not come out. You might see that there. You see that, guys? Little Hampton Hepburn spring water. This is sparkling water in a can. This comes out of Victoria, from a spring in Victoria. That is awesome. I mean, sparkling water is refreshing, and yeah, this is very nice. So this live stream is sponsored by Little Hampton sparkling water. So look out for that, and get your hands on some. It's awesome. All right. So, where are we at? Okay, answer the food question. Thanks for the question, Spencer. By the way, do you guys listen to our podcast, the Theme Park Cartel podcast? Because we made an announcement last podcast, which was last week. So what we do, we sort of taper it back a bit, like in terms of we were doing, I think, fortnightly podcasts, and all three of us are very, very busy people, and you just sometimes got to go, hey, it's just too much. So we're pulling back on the podcast. We already started pulling back to monthly podcasts now. That may even sort of peer back a bit to when there's like events on, or if there's been some of us have been overseas, or just anywhere on like a travel, like for travel, and done some other theme parks to talk about reviews on that kind of thing. Because what we find, even a month, sometimes there's not too much to chat about, really. So, and we want to add value to podcasts. We don't want it to just be a bit boring. Yeah, we want it to be good and interesting. So they might start to, um, they might be quarterly, they might be monthly. It could be, it's basically sparingly, I guess. But when we do have one, we'll announce it when it's on Spotify and that kind of thing. However, as part of our Theme Park Cartel podcast, um, last year we decided to do cartel events. So for theme park enthusiasts, and we released this first to our podcast members, I guess, followers. So last year we did a day at Aussie World in the Sunshine Coast. It was around May or February, March. Might be March, April. I think it was March. Actually, it was March, I think, or might have been May. Sorry, I can't remember. But anyway, it was like early last year, and so it's a separate ticketed event because we organise some special things that the guests like normally don't get to do. Like we got to go through the scare maze, which is a permanent scare maze, um, like with lights on, with the scare actors, and then how they do the scares, where the back hallways are, how they activate everything. And then we got to scare one group. We split us into two. There's about 20 of us. So, and we limit these tickets to around the 2025 mark because it's a controlled I guess, events essentially. So, whilst there's free time as well, there's certain times you need to be here to do this, to do that, otherwise you miss out. And when you're paying for the ticket, and of course they're all enthusiasts. So, if it was just a member of the public coming along, that wasn't really into theme parks, they'd be probably bored because we spoke to an engineer, we spoke to the park operations. Other people don't really care about that, but enthusiasts care about that stuff or find it interesting. So that was a sellout. The feedback was incredible. Those events take a lot to put on and organize. So we've decided we're doing annual events. So we've announced the next event, and it's actually going to be at Dream World. Now, obviously, you're gonna have to be either an annual pass holder or purchase a day ticket to get into Dream World before considering our ticket. So our ticket's separate. So if you can get into Dream World, then you'd want to buy our ticket. Now, our tickets go on sale this Friday night. If you, I think if you head onto Spotify, onto our cartel page there, I think the link will be put up there on, I think on Friday night, I think it is. They go on sale, and I think the tickets are. I don't want to quote the wrong price. I just haven't got the page open at the moment. It might be around about $80. But when you see everything you get in terms of what value you get, like we're doing some behind the scenes things with like Jungle Rush. We're doing like a lights on tour as well. We're doing a ride before the park opens. We're doing some ride maintenance stuff we get to see behind the scenes. We get to chat to some important people in the park as well. We're doing some stuff with the King Claw. There's a fair bit going on there. And then when we sort of starts early in the morning, like at 8 o'clock, our first thing starts at 8 or 8:15, I think it is. And we're full on up to about 2 o'clock. And then for the last 3 hours, obviously you got free use of the park. Now, some people might think, 3 hours, that's not long to ride the rides. But wait, included in that would be Express, like Ride Express. And also, I think there's going to be a one tail whip ride as well, like included in that ticket. So there's a whole heap of value there. So if you're an enthusiast and you want something different, that's over and above. We are we have put an age limit on it though, because it's kids won't be able to keep up with it, and they'd get bored and restless because it's information overload. It's going from one place to the next, really, like, kind of quite quickly as well. It's definitely for enthusiasts, because it's behind the scenes talking and knowledge, that kind of thing. But you got to get in quick. It's very limited tickets. As I say, the tickets go on sale this Friday night. So on the Theme Park Cartel podcast site, I think you'll see that on Spotify. We might put a link out there as well, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, if you can't find the link, just send me a DM on Insta, and I'll tell you where the link is, because Riley's actually in charge of putting the link up. But yeah, let me tell you, this has taken 10 months of planning and meetings with Dreamworld. All right, 10 months. Because obviously there's been a lot going on for them in between everything, and it's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of time in between things. It's gone through 4 different people at Dreamworld. Like, I got handballed several times to several other people, because initially the people who we were, I guess, who were supposed to be looking after or organizing this for us, and what we were requesting, didn't really probably fully understand what we're doing. So, because they do events and stuff, but not what we're asking for. This is something that a lot of the USA content creators do for some of their followers in the park. So they're like enthusiast, like meetups essentially, but they're an event. So it's an event. It's a separate ticketed event. You get a wristband. If you haven't got a wristband, you don't get to see what we get to see. Which you get upon entry. So, but again, you have to have a Dreamworld pass already, either a day pass or an annual pass. Otherwise, you can't get into this event. So it does not include park entry. And as I say, the cost is going to be up around $80, I think 80 or 85, but it'll all be on there. Anyway, that's something to look forward to if you're into that. It's going to be full on. Yeah, so I think the minimum age, I think we put on it, had to be, I think it's 16. And that's just because anyone younger than that's, one, probably won't keep up, or two, will probably get bored. So it's really a lot of technical stuff, behind the scenes, operational stuff, maintenance stuff. If that doesn't interest you, if you're all about the rides, then it's not for you. So anyway, something cool we're doing, and it's been a lot of work in the planning, let me tell you. But we're all there, and it'll be in May. I think the 28th of May. So about 3 months' time, roughly. Okay. So let's just go to the next question. Dreamworld are having a food festival. Absolutely right. Apparently there's going to be a double-decker bus with a bar there. Okay, well, that might be the one they often have at Cooley Rocks, which is cool. Absolutely. That's pretty cool. I've got to say, that bus is cool. They probably call it the bar bus, or the bus bar. It could be. That's cool. So yeah, food festival Dreamwood starts, I think, on the 4th of April. It's just for the 2-week school holidays, Easter school holidays. So again, there'll be additional food choices in the park, whether it be food vans or stands. They've got a pass that you can buy, for trying the different foods and things. So, which you can get online or buy in park. Check it all out on their website. But look, we always head along to the street food festival at some point during the holidays, because it is good. It's good to try some different foods, and hopefully there is going to be different foods. I think they've got it kind of set up, I guess, kind of like Carnival in a way, where you have different countries. I know there's a European section, I think maybe an American one, or Mexican, something like that. Check it out online anyway. I haven't got it open, so check it out online. It's going to be awesome. So definitely get down to Dreamwood for that, for the school holidays. Ryder said he got to Scooby a couple of times, because I only opened late yesterday. Well, that's good. King Dougie, how are you, my friend? I'm good. I hope you're doing well. Aston's off. He's going to what, AFL and NRL games. No, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Thanks, Sue. Don't worry about it. I know you got maps to watch. It's all good. Okay. Can't wait to hear about Dreamworld's, what they're going to do with the former motor coaster site. We're all waiting anxiously about that, 100%. So, yeah, hopefully it's going to be something cool, but I think they're just waiting. They just opened King Claw, fairly recently. So I think they want everyone to just enjoy that and let the hype continue for King Claw. So they're just probably going to sit on Motor Coaster's announcement till maybe even to the end of the year. Then maybe they'll work on it next year, and it might open at the end of next year or the year after. But I think that's what they're doing essentially. But yeah, watch this space. All right. Oh, Matt's saying, yeah. The kids' price for Carnival is 49. So adults 69, kids are 49. Again, that's just entry. So there you go. Plus your food. Unless you're a pass holder, you get a free ticket. Do that. That's the best value. Aston hasn't watched the Carnival video yet. That's okay, mate. It's up on YouTube forever, so not a problem. I hope everyone liked my Carnival video. It's like I know some of you comment and stuff, but yeah, it's I really do put a lot of effort into my videos, and one like Carnival, I really try and match the music perfectly to what's going on, because I can't use the music they're playing at the event because it's all commercialized or copyright music. So if I leave it in the video, I don't get paid anything. So and you get a copyright strike. So unless someone's channel is not monetized or they're not worried about that, you'll see the music as it sort of is in its raw form. I can't do it on my channel. So, but again, I try and put a lot of effort into the videos. I hope you guys appreciate the videos because I do try and make it like enjoyable to watch. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked the Carnival Wonderful. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. John, the cans are awesome, mate. Definitely enjoying a little Hampton sparkling water. I got to tell you. Very refreshing. Next time you go to Movie World, you'll have to do a video on the Dirty Harry bar. Yeah, I mean, I have done plenty in there as well. But yeah, I mean, it's always now and then it'll end up in a video. Aston says he can't wait for the street food festival. Can't wait to break his bank account. I think that if you get the value ticket, the food pass, I think it's good value. So it might be the way to go. Just check it out online, all the inclusions. All right. Yeah, there's been no news yet about the doomsday yet. What we're still waiting for that. So yeah, we're still waiting for that. As soon as we hear something about Doomsday at Movie World, what's happening with the area, we'll obviously let everybody know, or I'm sure someone on here might even see something before we see it. So we'll let everybody know. We will let everybody know. Any chance of Sky Voyager will change their screenings back to the USA one? We love Africa, but sadly haven't seen the USA one yet. Yeah, look, they tend to do that actually. So, but I haven't heard. The Africa one is good, isn't it? But yeah, the USA one's pretty cool. So we'll have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see. I'm not too sure. Haven't heard yet. Maybe I have to watch maths since I'm procrastinating on my Gold Coast Supernova cosplays. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, I'm doing good. Lots of questions saying, hi, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good, everyone. So thank you all. Hope everyone else is doing good too. Jaggs Journeys, Buzzy says, am I the only kid Jaggs Journey supporter on here? You probably thought I was an adult. I never met you. I got lots of people of different ages that jump on these live streams. Yeah, so like maybe families and things jump on all the time as well. But yeah, welcome and appreciate. Yeah, hope you enjoy the contents for everyone. So I hope you enjoy jumping on to the live stream. Yeah, Pauline's definitely. You're right, Pauline. You definitely regret it if you didn't redeem your free Carnival ticket because $69 value alone, so it's pretty good. Definitely a great night. Hey Zoe, thanks for jumping on. Is any chance it's okay? We've read that one. I missed a few comments, so I just wanted to make sure I got back to the comments. Yeah, thanks again, Matt, for sending that stuff through before for Carnival. Aston's had dinner, a little bit of maths watching. Yeah, cool. Craig, so yeah, we've covered that one. Thanks, Craig. We'll find out more about Doomsday soon. Spencer says, great food tip. Yeah, no worries. You can't go wrong with the restaurants if you're willing to spend a bit of coin. The burger places, look, I'd probably recommend Dreamworld's burger places a little bit more than Gotham Burgers. The last couple of times I had Gotham Burgers, the burgers were dry and they're made to order. So again, like I usually like their burgers, you know, but I found the burgers at Dreamworld were just, I know, just would be juicier, would have more flavor. Again, depends when you have it and what day and who's cooking, I suppose. But yeah, that restaurants you can't go wrong with those or Dirty Harry Bar for sure. Did you see a $60 million water park has been approved to go next door to Aussie World? Yeah, that was announced last year, I think it was. I know it's just popped up in the news again, like today or yesterday or something like that. But actually, I think it was last year. It might have even been the year before. But yeah, I think it was last year because I was talking to the guys at Aussie World when we were there last year for our enthusiast event. That how exciting it is that they're getting a water park there. So they're really excited for it. I think all it is they were waiting on a couple more approvals, but it was a done deal. So yeah, it's definitely going ahead. $60 million. It's going to be awesome and definitely just what the Sunshine Coast needs as well. So there's a whole other theme park precinct thing going there as well in the future, potentially. So, yeah, lots of cool stuff happening for Sunny Coast. Pretty awesome. Zoe says, poor Doomsday of being abandoned. Yes, I know. It has been abandoned, hasn't it? We need to know what's happening in there. I can't wait for Street Food Festival. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Water park will be epic. Yeah, $60 million. That should be highly themed too. Hey, Jaggs, do you know a character named Homelander? I don't. Sorry, I'm not sure. I don't watch too much TV or too many recent sort of movies too much. I just don't have time. So, sorry, I do not know about that one. Okay. I heard that there's going to be a water park next door to Aussie World. Yep, that's the one. The $60 million one. You didn't film the Bubble Girl. Yeah, again, with those night events, they're so short, as you would understand too. And obviously, we stopped to chat to yourself and many other people during the night. So we get stopped for a lot for people that want to say hi, have a photo, which is fine. On those nights, it's so hard that you got to keep going, and then sometimes you miss stuff. Like you just. But the key thing is that you don't miss anything too important. If I've just missed one roaming character, then that's okay. it happens. But the main thing is like the food, the show, the precincts for those events. If I don't get, I think one year, I don't know if it's like 2 or 3 years ago, I literally got stuck at the top terrace for 45 minutes. So many people want to stop us so high, which is fine, of course. It's just like then I couldn't get everything done for that video. And I'm there to film the videos as well. So anyway, it's all good. Definitely was a good night, got to say. What do we got here? Didn't listen to the podcast or don't listen to the podcast. That's okay. Not everyone listens. It's totally fine. Spencer says, I listen to the podcast. It's great. Happy for the long form podcast when there are updates. Yeah. That's what we thought. Make it a bit more interesting. Less podcast, but more better info or more value. More information, better things to discuss. That's what we're thinking, because we're obviously putting a podcast together. We have a working document between the three of us that we share around and we add stuff to, and we have like an agenda. Obviously, like anything you see on YouTube, any video that we do, I don't just rock up to the park and wander around and just put the camera up and film this and film that. Like, I go with a purpose. So today's video is going to be about this, and then I work out a schedule or like a run sheet, I guess, on what I need to film and what I have to get to. And that's why a lot of the time I'm very busy because I'm racing to get that stuff done. So yeah, same with the podcast. So we plan that out in advance and that kind of thing. And we were just like going, you know what? Sometimes we just feel that it'd be better if there was more stuff, but more interesting things. And to get to that, you got to go a little longer in between podcasts. It's not like it's really because it is like a theme park one. You know what I mean? Like if there's a crime podcast, people tune in weekly for each episode like that, because they leave you on a cliffhanger and all that kind of stuff. We're not doing that. So it's different content. So I think when there's some cool things to talk about, people will be keen to listen more so. Zoe doesn't listen to the podcast. That's all right. Because it will make my day sad. So sad, and I work at the theme parks. The podcast is all positive, so there's nothing negative on the podcast. We certainly talk about our experiences and things, and we give our opinions, but we always keep it positive. Aston's very disappointed in yourself. Wanted to do more theme parks, but in the way, I guess, in the real world, everyone gets busy. Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race? No. I know who RuPaul is, but I've not seen that. I don't know. Is that on normal TV or is that on a streaming? I don't watch a lot of stuff on TV. In fact, I try my best to watch all our fellow local content creators channels as well, just in a way of supporting them, giving them likes, comments as well. Most of us know each other. I don't know if we all know each other, but I think I know most of them now as well. So but I see, even before I was doing this, I follow so many USA content creators, which is one of the reasons why I got into this. And one of my favorites unfortunately passed away recently. I was following him since basically probably a year after he started doing YouTube. So I don't know, 15 years ago or so. Adam the Woo, and unfortunately he passed away at the end of last year. And they just had his they had a funeral obviously a couple months ago, but they had the celebration of life event for him in Orange County, I think it was Monday morning. Yeah, Monday morning at like 5 a.m. our time. So I watched it live for it went for 2 hours. You can go back and watch it now. It's on his dad's channel. Actually, probably other people have posted the link now. I think it's DWW on the Move, which is Adam the Wood's dad's YouTube channel. It goes for 2 hours, and they had some just had a lot of other YouTubers speaking there, and they had Tom Wilson, the guy that played Biff from Back to the Future, who started actually becoming friends with Adam the Woo. They'd hang out, they'd go to baseball games and things. He even stood up and spoke. He's an interesting character, that guy, I got to say. So he's all theatrical, like, he didn't just stand up and speak. It was more of a show from him, but that's him. But they wanted it to be not a sad event. They wanted it to be a celebration of life, and I think it was really good how they did it, how they put it together. Incredible. Anyway, I'm sure some of you on here have seen Adam the Woo's channel, or maybe was a subscriber. He was one of the main people that got me into into YouTubing and theme parks and things. Started watching his abandoned location videos when he was doing that in the early days. So, anyway, very sad situation. He just died in his sleep overnight. I mean, luckily he was in his home, because only a matter of weeks before that, I think he was in Switzerland or somewhere. So what if it happened over there? That's terrible. So anyway, yeah, things happen. That's life, unfortunately. Matt's heading off. No worries. Thanks, mate. You have a good week. All right. Oh yeah, Cats for Days. So she went. Yeah, she came along last year. That's right. It was a great day. So she's saying she came along and went to the Aussie World Podcast or Enthusiast event. So it looks like she's coming along to the Dreamworld one too. Fantastic. Be good to see you there. Yeah, we're trying to make it even better. I mean, that was awesome. We still talk about the Aussie World one. It was such a great day. It was such a great day, and we're going to make this one good too. So, similar amount of people, so 20 to 25 people, limited tickets. It has to be, otherwise it's too big to control, because of where we're going and what we're doing as well. So, again, this is stuff you can't do if you just have a ticket to Dreamworld, right? You can't do what we're doing. So, luckily, we've got good relationships with these parks, and they now understand what we're asking and what kind of thing we're looking at doing. And again, a lot of planning and organizing to do anything like this. It takes a lot, let me tell you. It takes a lot of meetings and things, and we're all busy people. So, but we got there. So we're all looking forward to this. Absolutely. Aston's going to miss the Gabba. Are they still doing that stadium? Are they upgrading, or are they knocking it down? I don't even know what they're doing with the Gabba. You'd think they would have started the Olympic Stadium by now too, right? It's 2032. 6 years. Are they going to have it done? I don't know. I just hope that the war stops over in this Middle East, because, I mean, if things get worse over there, we're already seeing ripple effects here. It's going to get worse for us here in a lot of ways. So we don't want that. We just hope for the best and pray that this ends so we can all move on and enjoy life. And how good would it be if we just travel anywhere in the world, any country, experience their culture, experience their way of life, their foods, everything that traditional they do. I mean, we can for a lot of countries, but it's just a shame that some of these places are dangerous, and yet they have so much to offer. And I don't know. We're in 2026 and we're still talking of war and shooting people, and it's just terrible. I don't even understand it. But anyway, that's another topic for another time. It's just very, very, very sad. Pam's seen some awesome games at the Gabba. Yeah, I've been to, I think, one game there. I think it was cricket. I don't actually really like cricket, but it was a work function, so that was cool. Extreme Sloth says it sounds fun. I have to check the calendar. Yeah, you'll if you're an enthusiast, you'll enjoy it. So he's going to be in Japan. Well, I'd probably rather be in Japan too, to be honest with you. But Japan is also, well, I haven't been, so I'm sure you'll love it. What's the age limit, Aston? It's about 16 is the age limit, minimum age for our event that we're having. Hello to at I'm not sure if that's a name or if it's just a whole lot of ATSGURYDGFFDF. Thank you for saying hi. All right. So I just wanted to also bring up something that I just seen today on social media. Hang on a second. I'm trying not to miss comments, as you know. And remember, if I miss your comment, please just put it in again, because I don't purposely try to miss comments. I just get there's so many, which I appreciate, of course. Eston says last time he had a movie world burger, he got food poisoning. I'm sorry to hear that. Movie world should add the Ferris wheel theme to the Joker. I was thinking that the other day. Why don't they have like a Ferris wheel? But then again, I think they're thinking, oh, maybe that's too carny-like for their park. But if they did it like DCA, Disney California Adventure, where they have the if you don't know that Ferris wheel or not sure, check it out. Just search Disney California Adventure Ferris wheel and Mickey's Ferris wheel. Some of the carriages are fixed like a normal Ferris wheel, but there's some other ones that swing like this. It's scary. It's scary. It's actually scary. So, those of you that have been on it will know, what I mean. It is pretty scary, very scary. So yeah, I might do something like that. You never know. Excited for Supernova, definitely. Homelander will be joining DC, same as Superman. Okay, we'll have to look out for that. I haven't heard of that character, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that one. Yeah, Supernova soon, April. I think, what is it, the 11th? I think it is. Really want to meet old theme park. Eliana says, I can't. I don't have a Dreamworld pass, but I want to meet old theme park cup towel people and meet you, but I don't want to meet other people. I don't want to meet other people like Adrian and Riley. Oh, okay. So that's okay. No worries. You'll see me again at Movie World like we did last time. Zoe says, poor Scooby-Doo ride always breaking down. Yeah. I'm the same age of the ride too. Well, at least you're not breaking down. The ride is breaking down. That's no good. It's not good the riders either. But I think they've got so many more newer sensors in the ride now. I think the sensors are just doing what they're supposed to do, which stops the ride when it needs to. So, and then resetting the ride is a major task, I guess. So, for safety, I guess. Aston's hating the autocorrect. That's all right. Hey, Darren, evening from Melbourne. Thank you. Appreciate you jumping on and saying hi. Appreciate you liking the content. Is it Mary Young Fanboy? I got a copyright claim before when I filmed the off-ride footage of Big Dipper at Luna Park, Sydney, due to music playing in the background on the other rides. That's exactly right. That's right. I mean, I had a video. I was talking the whole way through the video. There was some background music, and I got the copyright claim because of the background music, and I disputed it because I'm like, I'm not trying to use the background music. I'm trying to talk over the background music. So that went back and forth for ages, and then they actually dropped it. So that's good. Sometimes you can dispute and win. By the way, if you just joined, I'm drinking the video tonight sponsored, or the live stream sponsored by Little Hampton sparkling water, spring water. And this is out of Victoria. So thanks to the channel sponsor. Fantastic sparkling water, refreshing, replenishes you, hydrates, and it's delicious water. You know, some waters, by the way, some people say water's water. But if you go and to some, different shops and buy really cheap water, flimsy packaging, versus, the Coolridge, the Mount Franklins, the Little Hamptons, all the other brands. If you sit there and taste them like in a row, there is taste differences. There is a 100% taste differences. Whilst they all might say they're spring water, some of them are like for example, pump water is essentially just tap water filtered. A lot of them are that kind of thing. But yeah, so if you do a little research on it, and you'll see that, some of them aren't as great as they say. But yeah, got to say, Little Hampton, it's a Hepburn spring water. It says here established 1876. So there you go. Doesn't taste that old. Anyway. All right. Moving on. Yeah, so copyright strikes, yeah, they can be a pain. I can't wait for season 5. All the boys. I really love Homelander and Soldier Boy. Okay. I haven't seen them, so I'll have to check it out one day. Spencer says Dreamworld used to have a way in which you could get a code and get a kickback when people purchase tickets. Could you push them to bring that back? Certainly wouldn't hurt to ask the question, for sure. That's a good point, actually, because obviously we've got a lot of reach on our socials. So yeah, potentially. Gav Oceana, evening from Sydney. Thank you again. Good to see you on here. Lots of articles on the new theme park to be built on the Sunshine Coast. Absolutely. Exciting new theme park up there, precincts, new water park. Lots happening up there in the next few years. So very excited for that. All right. So, yeah, copyright claims are annoying. Last time I had a movie or burger. Oh, yeah, that's right. Aston, you got food poisoning. Zoe says, I'm so sad now, Shane. I work at Gotham. Like I said before, Zoe, I've had amazing burgers at Gotham in the past. Just the last one I had there was dry. So, and the meat was dry. It was like hard. So, and I know like years ago I used to work at Movie World, and for a while there I was part of the management team that was running the food and beverage and retail. So I know that the press, the automatic presses for the meat, the grills, there's certain settings that they've got to be set at, otherwise it does dry the meat out. So maybe they just need to be reset again and recalibrated. Or maybe that just was a bad day. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the meat was already cooked and sitting before someone assembled the burger. I don't know. I'm just saying that was the last time I had food there. But again, usually always pretty good. And I love how Gotham is so themed. I always love how Gotham is such a themed place to eat. And it is good food. Don't get me wrong. Years ago, it was really quite bad. I'm talking in the sort of early stages, almost like eating sawdust, the burgers. This is a long time ago. But I can tell you, the years gone by, the much better quality. And by the way, the burger I had last time was a cheeseburger, so that was dry. So again, depends what you have, but don't get disheartened. Usually it's always pretty good. It's just my favorite is definitely the Dirty Harry or Stars restaurant at Movie World. Aston says, look, at least Movie Worlds are better than Macca's. I'd have to agree. So 100%. About the same price now, too. Macca's are so expensive, right? Yeah. So we don't get offended. Don't get offended. We're just saying that you go any restaurant, you could go anywhere and have a bad experience in terms of the food. It just depends on the day. Like, it can be random, could be a number of factors. You know, everyone does a great job. It's hard work working in Gotham. I can tell you that because I know I used to do it. I used to run it. So I know what goes into running Gotham Burgers, and it's actually. Here's a fact for you. You may not know this, Zoe, but on a busy day in Gotham, like over peak, so December, January, that back end of December, early January, the busyness of Gotham is busier than the world's busiest McDonald's, and which I believe is in New York. I think it was, or it used to be when I was there. And that was the stats based off how much food pumps out. So yeah, there you go. It's like and pumping out good food too at that volume is not easy. So you should be proud to work in Gotham. Aston SeaWorld new motto: we make great events, but we don't have new attractions. Well, so one thing about Carnival that I was a little bit disappointed in was Africa. So the first year they had it, you go down there, they had the Africa sign, they had flames coming off the Africa sign, they had all the performers down there, they had a massive African barbecue there, a cob, what was it, like a stew, they had like African food and everything was amazing. This year, in fact, when I went down there, the African dancers I passed them up near the plaza, they were heading to the show. Obviously, they do 3 shows a night, so they're not always in there. But by the time I got down to Africa, there was nothing, not even an Africa sign, no food. There was a pie and a sausage roll from the pie and sausage roll place. Funnily enough, on the app, I found it says Africa, chef-inspired foods or African foods. So I showed one of the management, and I said, you've advertised this here, and it's not there. Where is it? And they went, oh, I think that's been left on there from years gone by. I'm like, well, who's proofreading this stuff? Anyway, there was a big oops because I was actually going, oh wow, they've brought African food back. Great, that's what I'll have this year. But then when I found out there wasn't, I'm like, okay, well, I've got to have the barbecue in the plaza, which was amazing. So, but yeah, I think next year they need to bring Africa up to somewhere. Actually, you know where they need to have it? Here you go. If anyone from Movie World is listening, or sorry, SeaWorld or Village Roadshow is on here and listening to this, this is my feedback for Carnival 2027. Africa. Okay, now that you've moved Captain Tomo's from the dockside to the plaza, which I think is fantastic, by the way. That's perfect. Africa should be right there where Captain Tomo's used to be on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stage. That should be where they perform or where the food's set up. The performers should be just around there where you can enjoy it. It's amongst all the other entertainment. Bring some of those, the elephant floats in the area, park them up. You could do it safely. That end of the park, it's cool having it Castaway Bay open with the flames going and that, but don't theme it as a land. Because it's disappointing. I'm telling you, you go down there, it's disappointing because it's compared to the rest of the event, is what I'm sort of saying. And I'm not a negative person. It's just feedback. I think you've got to have Africa up with Mexico, New Orleans. I know Rio de Janeiro is up the top of the park, but everyone coming in sees Rio de Janeiro. And as they come past again to go to the shows, they get Rio de Janeiro. Maybe some more Rio de Janeiro foods maybe up there. But do you know what I mean? Like, I just think it needs to be inclusive a lot more in that area. It would just add so much more vibe to that area too. So anyway, that's just my feedback. What would I know? But that's what I'm saying. So if anyone on here wants to pass that on, Jaggs Journey said, here's a suggestion. So maybe I'll tell someone if I see them in the parks as well. Anyway, Zoe's saying only just eat at the chips and hot dog. Hot dogs are good, and the Main Street slice. You're right. Actually, the Main Street slice pizza slices are very good, and good price too. They're large, filling. Actually, that pizza combo with the garlic bread, it's really filling and good value. So yeah, you're right, Zoe. I forgot about that one, and thanks for bringing that up. All right. What park do you start with when you have to film 2 videos at 2 theme parks? Depends which 2, of course, but if I'm doing Movie World and Dream World, I always start at Movie World, and that's because of the traffic on the highway. So if I start at Dream World and then try to, do a few hours in, try to come down to Movie World, the highway is gridlocked all day Saturday, and it's gridlocked coming south into the Gold Coast. So it has, and all the side roads are usually clogged. It's taken me, and it's a 6 minute, 5 6 minute drive, right? No, with no traffic. It's taken me 40 minutes to get from Dream World to Movie World before on a Saturday. So I don't have that lack of time. So it would be Movie World, like 2 hours, quick trip to Dream World, 1 or 2 hours. And then I actually have other things. I'm obligated now on Saturday afternoons, outside of this. So um, I have less time now to film videos, but I still try and always provide videos, obviously. So, but yeah, that's sort of the way it's got to roll for that. Yeah, Ileana says I'll be at Carnival on the 14th of March, but it's going to be raining. Don't worry, it always rains at Carnival. It rained the night I was there too. Just take a poncho or an umbrella. You'll be fine. It's just water. Don't worry about it. Still enjoy the night. The plaza areas where the bulk of the food is undercover. You'll enjoy it. The show, you'll be all right to you'll be undercover where they'll provide a place for you to see the show. You'll be undercover. You'll be fine. You won't get wet for the show as well up on the top terrace. So you'll still have a good night. Just if it rains, it rains. So it is what it is what I always say. Aston, that's right. It was meant to go to the Middle East next month to go to the new Six Flags theme park, but I don't know now. Well, I think they've cancelled all the flights, so I don't think you'll even get there for one. I certainly would not be even entertaining the idea about going to the Middle East anytime soon. Maybe even anytime in the next 3 to 6 months. I just don't think it's not safe. I mean, I think the airspace is basically closed anyway. So, yeah, just end of the day, I know it's always good to be one of the sort of first people to get to a new park. But end of the day, right? The park's going to be there. Well, hopefully, it's still going to be there. The park, when it's safe to travel, you'll have a better time. You won't be worried about things. You know what I mean? When it's safe to travel. It's like Epic Universe. Like when I first heard about Epic and then I was following it closely, I was like, wow, how cool to be one day to go to Epic Universe in Florida. Realistically, I was thinking, I'd probably get there 2 or 3 years after it opened, like time I saved money and that. But then randomly, as most of you know, I got invited there last year, like before it even opened. I was like, what? Like crazy how things sometimes pan out. But yeah, so and that was cool. I was one of the first Australians, probably. I don't know if I was the first Australian, but definitely the first content creator to get over there, and that was unplanned. Like, I'd not even planned to go there, and that was 1 month before it opened. It was fully trading, but it was 1 month before it opened. Obviously, they run the park like normal for a period of time to iron out all the kinks, I suppose. But yeah, I'm sure you'll get there, mate. Just when it's safe to do so. Laura's looking. Yeah, Laura. Hey, Laura. She's looking forward to the next cartel event. Well, it'll be good to see you there again. Yes, this one's going to be a cracker, so should be good. Aston doesn't know if I'm joking about the sponsored thing. No, no, definitely. We're definitely at the moment we're sponsored by Littlehampton sparkling spring water. So 100%. Um, all right. I do want to mention something that Dreamworld's doing, which I will. Give me a second though. I want trying to catch up with the questions, and I appreciate the questions. Juliana has an early birth. Every birthday wish, she wishes for world peace, and hope that whatever happens. I agree. There should absolutely be world peace. It's just it's it's crazy. I think we don't probably understand all the reasons for this happening, but like I mean, I don't. I've never been over to the Middle East. I come in contact every day with people who run businesses from all around the world, literally all around the world, including the Middle East. And I tell you what, Middle Eastern people, some of the absolute most kindest, nicest people I've ever met. And I some of these businesses I call on for my job, um, they only sell like Middle Eastern, um, foods, groceries, and things for their homes and things, and their customers that come in, like Middle Eastern, but not just Middle Eastern, but you know what I mean, like predominantly. And I don't speak their language or anything, but they make me feel so welcome and in their environment, and we get on so well, and they're so nice. And this is the thing, right? Um, yeah, and I'm sure that's the case when you go to those countries. That people are very nice and kind, and it's just the politics and these people. That's that's the sad thing. It's like, hang on, we're all not asking for war. We don't want it. Like, what the heck? Don't pull us into it. But the people running the countries, right? It's just sad and scary. And I tell you, let's just hope. Let's just we try and keep positivity out there. That's all I can say is let's just keep this positivity thing going. And that's why we need theme parks and attractions and things to escape from reality for the day or for the couple of days that we're at these places. We escape reality and we can have fun and immerse ourselves in the environments that they create. So it's important. I think for health reasons, it's important. So yeah, let's all just all hope for the best for this finishes. This war finishes. Too many people are dying unnecessarily. It's just it's not good. Neither is nuclear, so we don't want them to go there either. Zoe's off now. Thanks, Zoe. Appreciate you. Thanks for jumping on. See you then, Parks, at the next time I'm out there. Um, Aston's wanting to go to Dubai. Yeah, I'd love to go to Dubai too, actually. Um, so the Gabba will be getting knocked down after the Olympic Games. Okay, and it will be housing units. Okay. And then they're going to move the AFL and cricket to the new Olympic Stadium in Victoria Park. Okay, I wasn't aware that's exactly what was happening. So okay, that's thanks for mentioning that. That's good. They better get started on the Victoria Park Stadium, right? They better get started on that. If I get tickets to the theme park cartel event, will Shane or Adrian write me a note for my boss to miss a work event? Well, this will be on a Saturday and it's during the day. So if your work event is during the day on a Saturday, um, you can certainly let them know what you'd like to attend. I don't know if we can write a note. I don't think it holds any weight. If we could, we would, but I don't think it would hold any weight with your work, unfortunately. Never know. They never know. Ileana's going to Supernova on the 11th. I'll see you there for sure. And you're going to save your money for a Funko Pop. I tell you, they have awesome Funko Pops and such a massive range of Funko Pops. So cool. Hey, by the way, speaking of Supernova, I'd read, because after Gold Coast, I think is Perth, I think. And then I think it might be Sydney. But guess who's coming to those, Sydney and the Perth, as a guest? Christopher Lloyd. So Doc Brown, Back to the Future. I mean, wow. Wow. He's not coming to the Gold Coast, unfortunately, but that might be worth a trip to Sydney, potentially. I think that's in June. So freezing cold in June in Sydney. But anyway, I mean, wow. I mean, he'd be amazing to see. It'd be worth going down for just to stand in line for 12 hours just to see him. Anyway, I don't know. It's a lot of money, but wow, that's pretty cool. Get a pop vinyl signed by him or something. What Ileana's saying, while West Falls open on the year she was born. There you go. Do I remember the 4D show at SeaWorld? Yes, I definitely seen the 4D show at SeaWorld. Quite a number of times, actually. Hey, Shane, my first time poster here. Well, welcome. I was in Queensland last year, and I was told they're building a go-kart track at the Slingshot. Yes, that is correct. I do know about that. They've already been in touch with me. Actually, watch this space. Stay tuned to Jaggs Journeys for more. Oh, there you go. John McLeod saying there is a full YouTube video about the Little Hampton Springwater. Make sure you check it out on YouTube. Thanks, John. Can't believe it's almost winter again. I know. Yet it's going to be 34 degrees in the Gold Coast tomorrow. How crazy is that? 35 in Brisbane, I think. Well, yeah. Are you going to wrap up soon, Shane? I'm tired. Hey, feel free to jump off anytime. Look, I'll try to get through everyone's comments, touch base on a couple of things, and then we wrap up. So, look, but no one's ever expected to stay on here for the full time. I understand people have things to do. They've got so much time on their hands, and any time on here is appreciated. So it's not a problem at all if you need to jump off, but greatly appreciated anyway. Yeah, yep, Little Hampton, yep. Dreamworld, yep, we're going to talk, Spencer, yeah, so we're going to talk about that exact thing you've just mentioned there. Might talk about that now. I'm just trying to get through a lot of comments because I'm behind on comments. Brandon Villa saying, I'm currently staying at a hotel in Cooktown. Wow. And there are Peninsula Springs water bottles everywhere. There you go. Yep. I think they're part of the same company that owns the previous sponsor. So, yes, Little Hampton, Peninsula Springs. Absolutely. It's good stuff. All right. Okay, so let's talk about what Dreamworld's doing for March for annual pass holders. Most of you have seen this probably already, but I think it's really good to mention. Yeah, if you're a pass holder, let's just see this for a second. Let me find out where it went. Okay. As soon as I open up TikTok, all I see is stuff about I don't know, the America and all that stuff. Anyway, I need to find out where I was. I was there, and search. Okay. You gotta love it, right? Is when you find something in here. Okay, I found it. I see if you can. I won't show you the video because it's not going to come out very clear. But I'll play the audio. You can hear what Dreamworld are doing for annual pass holders for the month of March. March only. Okay, and when I've played this, if you didn't hear it properly, I'll play it again. So.
This video is only for Dreamworld pass holders and pass holders only. If you want a pass holder this March, you get $10 weekday spins on Tail Whip. Games like Credit Doubled. Spend $25, get $50 in value. Buy a single scoop of ice cream and get it doubled for free. Any size copy for the price of a small. Craving lunch? How about a $15 pizza combo? Or even $10 salads. On weekdays, kids even eat free at James Rivertown Restaurant with any main purchase. And Friday happy hour, 3 to 5 p.m. $5 snacks and $2 drinks. March is for the pass holders. See you at Dreamworld.
Did you catch all that? It's probably a lot to take in at once. But yeah, like you said, like $5 snacks, $2 drinks, $10 tailspin on the weekdays, $15 pizza combos. What else do you say? Oh, buy a single scoop ice cream, but get a double scoop ice cream. Buy a hang on a sec. Yeah, $10 weekday spins on tailspin. So weekdays only. Game site credit doubled. Okay, so for the games credit doubled. Spend $25 and get $50 of value at the game site. That is pretty good value, right? And why not? It's nice and air conditioned in there, and we've got a bit of hot weather coming up and stuff. So for the month of March, get into that. That is pretty good. Single scoop of ice cream and get it doubled for free. Any size coffee for the price of a small at the Green Bean. Large coffees all the way for the price of the small. I mean, how good is that? That's good. $15 pizza combo at Kenny's Pizzas. That's pretty good too. And you can even get $10 salads, which is pretty good. On weekdays, kids eat free at Jane's Rivertown Restaurant. That's incredible. This is weekdays. Okay, kids eat free, Jane's Rivertown Restaurant. Jane's Rivertown Restaurant with any main purchase, right? So obviously, you buy your adult meal and your kids' meal is going to be free. So it looks like at the Churros stand, Friday happy hour, 3 to 5 p.m. All right, the Churros stand, 3 to 5 p.m. happy hour on a Friday. $5 snacks, $2 drinks. That's a lot of extra value for pass holders at Dreamworld for this month. Now, some of it is weekdays, but not all of it. So take advantage of it. Check out their Instagram, check out their TikTok. That's where you'll find that ad. But I tell you what, I saw that today and went, wow, that's actually really good. So yeah, take a visit to Dreamworld and definitely take advantage of all of that. That's pretty cool. And thanks, Spencer, for putting that on there as well. That was definitely one of the main things I was wanting to chat about. So thank you for that too. I don't know why people that live near amusement parks make noise complaints, especially Luna Park in Sydney. Yeah, especially that park where the roller coaster comes past your balcony. I would love that, actually. And what a view that'd get over the harbour probably too. But yeah, I mean, if you don't like theme parks, you definitely shouldn't buy there. So yeah, it's beyond me why people do that, for sure. Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate you. See you out there, my friend. Kira, do you know, or did you know, they sell Catwoman shirts now at Movie World? I think I did see something new last time I was there. I might have even posted it on a video, maybe. But if not, thanks for letting us know. And if you're into the Catwoman merch, check them out at Movie World. I guess they might be in the boutique or the DC, like the DC shop at the front of the park, maybe, or department store. There you go, new merch. Check it out. What's up, Jag? I'm good. How are you? I want to see a go-kart track in Australia like you did in Singapore. Oh, the luge? Yeah, the luge track. Yeah, I don't know if there's one like that in Australia, but if you go to New Zealand, Rotorua has the same company operates one in Rotorua, and it's way better than the Singapore one. I mean, don't get me wrong, we love the Singapore one. There's 4 tracks. The New Zealand one, I believe there's one track. You got to go up the top of the mountain on the chairlift. And then you go down right down the bottom of the mountain, and it's really, really long track, quite steep too at parts. And I've done that several times. Excuse me. And that one's awesome. I think it's called Skyline or something. Yeah, so definitely worth doing that. But the ones in Singapore, yeah, that was pretty cool. I have a sticker you gave me at Dreamworld on my door. Well, thank you. If you need another one when you see me, I'm 99.99% of the time always have some in my pocket unless I've given a lot out, which I do, and I pretty much always remember to bring them with me. So only the odd time I've forgotten, but usually I always have it with me. All right. Let me just see here. The churros are incredible and huge portions. Spencer rates Dreamworld's churros 100 out of 10. Well, there you go. Do you work there? No. I've only had them a couple of times, and unfortunately, they're a bit hard. But again, I've had great ones in the past, so I guess it just depends on, like any food, right? Any on the day. Kira says, yeah, hooray for Hollywood is coming back this Easter, which really surprised me when I heard that, because it just finished at the end of January. So 3 months later, it's back on again. Interesting. They're calling it an encore, so which means it's the same event, nothing new. It's an encore. I guess why not put it on? I guess I mean a lot of people don't come here for December, January because it is so busy, so then they miss out on that event. So having an encore event is good, because then the people that maybe always miss out on that event finally get to see the event, and it is a good event. I just hope that I see some more themed foods or something. You know, I'm into that. Like, I like the added value in those events, and to me, the value is when they do maybe some merch, but not necessarily merch. The foods and the drinks, to me, that's the glue, but that sort of glues the event together. You know what I mean? We'll see. I take it you'll be going to the Gold Coast Seafire again this year. Do you book a hotel? No, I live in the Gold Coast, so I'm like about 20 minutes drive, probably. I live near Movie World, so yeah, maybe 20 minutes drive from there for the one in the Gold Coast. So yeah, hotels are expensive. Yeah, I don't look. I couldn't even tell you the date yet. I haven't looked that far yet for that. Is it Marley? Is it Marley Young Fanboy says almost 10 p.m. Yep, in Sydney, and appreciate you guys jumping on, being an hour ahead. And that's cool if you got to head off. Appreciate you. We will wrap up soon anyway, obviously, because I'm conscious of everyone that does have work, school, or whatever else on, and maths to watch, as well. But yeah, again, unless there's like a State of Origin game or something on, probably that's the only time I'll move this, or if I'm away and just can't do it for whatever reason. But yeah, so I always appreciate you guys jumping on and spending some time on a Wednesday having a chat. It's pretty cool. What event is the Encore event replacing? Nothing. So there's actually nothing for April at all. So it's not. Heroes and Villains will be September. where did the seal go sitting on the chair at SeaWorld? As far as I know, it's just getting repair work and painting and that sort of stuff done. So, to the best of my knowledge, it'll be back. Just not sure when. It's been gone a little while. So, um, I'm sure it'll just pop up again soon. I'm sure it will be. Okay. Spencer doesn't work there. 100%, mate. 100%. Life is too short to be negative. That's why you don't find negative stuff on this channel. Yeah, like this is a positive channel for positive people. Um, if anyone's negative, they get blocked. They get blocked from every single one of my channels or platforms. Yeah, like you say, we don't need it. We don't need it. 100%. So, absolutely right. Agree with you there. Yeah, if you get hot churros, they're always good. David Stevens, I'm good. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. 9:32 in Adelaide. That's right. Yeah, you're about half an hour ahead of us. Crazy, crazy. Again, Dreamworld, Passholder. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like what they've done for the Dreamworld pass holders for this month. So, lots of inclusions, lots of value, really good. What is my thoughts about theme parks doing $35 tickets during the quiet season? Do you reckon they'll get pop light during the week? I don't know. It probably would work. It would get people to the parks. It would probably make people take holidays and come during the year. The only thing is, and you know what? That's actually probably a good point, because if a lot of the rides are down for maintenance, like at the moment is a few down across the parks, they probably should have. I like to call it dynamic pricing. So pricing based around what's open, what's not. So when everything's open, the park's at its fullest capacity, you pay full price. The park's half empty and half the stuff's closed, maybe you should pay half price. What I would suggest, I like your suggestion 100%. Email that to Dreamworld, because just word it. Say, hey, this is perhaps a way to bring people from the other states to travel to Gold Coast and experience Dreamworld during the year and your quiet times, maybe when this R rides down or things like that. But if all that's laid down up front and very transparent, which usually it all is, why not? Why not do half price tickets? I would, if I were you, I'd definitely recommend sending them an email. It's a good suggestion. So yeah, for sure. On Adelaide, you have daylight saving. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've lived in Queensland for 23 years, and there's still every year debate whether they should have daylight saving. What would the cows think? What would the cattle think? Well, mate, I want daylight saving. I think most people want daylight saving. How cool is it? I grew up in New Zealand. We had daylight saving. I remember, you get home from school, whatever. And you have dinner, and it's still got like 3 hours of sunshine after dinner, and you go out and you do stuff. It's pretty crazy, pretty awesome. So I miss it. We get about an extra hour of sunlight in Queensland in summer. That's about it. Kira says they really need to do something with the Doomsday area. Movie World, 100%. Yeah, like we're still waiting for even just a sign to go up saying there's a future development here or something. Look, I'm pretty sure if they don't know what's going on with that by now, there's something wrong. But they would definitely know their plan for that area. They'd just be waiting for the right time to announce that. I would say, and I know from when I used to work there, when they know they got to do something new, they've got to get all the plans done and all the costings. It's not something they can just do overnight. All the architects they got to get together. They do all the design and with the ride manufacturer and all that, and then there's all the costs are worked out between all the people, and then they got to go to the finance people. They got to go to the people that sign the checks. And ask for the capital to do this. And then obviously the number crunchers have done all the, hey, this is our return on our investment. So many more people will come to the park, and over so many years, we'll get the payoff. So the people that sign the checks are the owners of the company or the shareholders. They've got to then go, okay, we agree that's worth spending $100 million on. Here's the check for that. Or they might say, the way the current climate and economy is and world affairs, we don't know if we can risk it. They might spend $100 million, and then the world turns to custard, like things that happen, and then shutdowns happen, and then that's a big loss of money for that company. So there's a lot of impacts that they got to consider, I guess. But at least, like I've been saying all along, a sign saying, hey, we've removed the ride from the area because this is a future area of development for a new ride and attraction. Because when I hear people, and it's amazing, I hear it often, people that go, I wonder what's going on here, or what's going there. Not everyone's a pass holder. So it's just a sign of communication. Even if they don't know what's going there, it's just something saying there's something going to be happening here later. That's why it's like this. I just think it's communication. Dream will do a great job of anything. They put their hoarding up. They've got it on the fences. They got QR codes. You can go straight in. You know what's going on. I just don't understand why just the sign hasn't gone up for that area saying what's going on in the area. Anyway, it's not trying to be negative or anything. It's just communication and transparency for guests, like why there's a big hole in the ground, with a fence around it. Anyway, I still love the theming in that area and think they could do something amazing and fantastic with that area. So let's wait and see. David's flying to the Sunshine Coast in October because they love to visit the Big Pineapple and Australia Zoo. Yeah, awesome attractions up there. So good. Well, we like going up there too. It's more relaxed and slow paced. Still some great attractions up there. Aussie World, don't forget, Aussie World's up there. Yeah. Hope you enjoy that. School holidays, yeah. Usually the parks are the busiest during the school holidays. Absolutely right. That's when they have to have everything open, unless it's something major that they can't not have open, like Superman last year kind of thing. Brandon's saying it's more about the daylight savings, more about the time the sun rises and sets. Yeah, well, the sun does rise at 4:30 a.m. in Queensland in summer, even earlier. I think, yeah, it's really, really early in summer. That's already what happens here in summer. It's like you wake up at 5, it's daylight, it's hot, it's beach weather, it's crazy. So yeah, from about 4:30 or already. Hey Jamie, what are your thoughts on the new proposed theme park, Infinity Planet, coming into the North Brisbane Sunshine Coast area? Yeah, love it. Like, I'm excited, very excited for it. I just hope it still goes ahead and everything with everything going on in the world. So, very, very excited. And yeah, I'll be definitely spending time up there regularly to cover everything off there. It'd be pretty awesome. Excited. Question: is Aussie World a big theme park or a small theme park on the Sunshine Coast? Okay, so it's small. It's kind of a cross between. Look, the best way to explain it: go to my channel, my YouTube channel, and just search Aussie World. You'll find I've got several Aussie World videos there, showcases the entire park. It is small, but it's a really nice park. It's kind of got rides that they kind of feel like they're like kind of like the Eka kind of style rides, but they're themed in there, and they are permanent. But That's just some of them. Some of them, some of them are more permanent, but it's got a really nice feeling about it. It's operated, I think by it's like a family that own the park. Um, so um, yeah, the food's always amazing there. It's just they do a great job of it. Like I love going there. It's just a different feeling. It's it's just you've got to experience it, and but it's nothing like a SeaWorld or a Movie World or a Dream World. Definitely not nothing like that. More just a small regional park. Um, you'll have a great day there. There's lots of cool things. Just try and do everything. There's mini golf as well. There's like an illusionarium, which is awesome. There's a scare maze, which is open all year round. Um, there's a cat and mouse coaster which spins as well, which is awesome, and a few other cool rides there. As I say, the food is definitely amazing. Always had great food there. So, yeah, it's worth checking out for sure. Um, yeah, definitely check it out. Favorite section of movie world and why? For me, it's Wild West Falls. I love Western areas. I love Western. To me, that's like going into a real movie set, and just the whole water rides. I love Wild West Falls. It's one of my favorite rides in the park. So, yeah, that's my favorite part. It just feels nice down there. The pub out the front at the Banana Bender used to be the Edamooga pub. Yeah, it's amazing. On our last event that we had up there, for the theme park cartel enthusiast event, we went and had dinner there, and a couple of drinks afterwards. Beautiful venue. Yeah, it's a very nice venue. Yeah, no worries, David. Yeah, just they do have annual passes now too, but maybe not for if you're not in the area. But the tickets are pretty reasonably priced. I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe like $40, and for a day. But I think the day is like maybe 10 till maybe 4, something like that, or 3 or 4. Um, but yeah, it's awesome. We love going there. I mean, we don't go like every month, every week, or anything like these parks, but we'd go probably a couple of times a year, and I try to get along to one or two of their events. They do clash sometimes with some of the other events I'm already planned, but I do try and get to a couple of their events, and they always do a great job of them. So, yeah, I love the park. I just love the feeling of it, um, and you just don't compare it to a dream world or a movie world. Just experience it and enjoy it for what it is. That's what I always say, and you'll love it. You know what I mean? Like different kind of park, different kind of day, but awesome. It's definitely worth doing. Um, do you recall how many tickets were available for your Aussie World event last year? I think we had like 22 tickets available, I think, and they're all sold. And I think we got 20. I think there's 25 again for this one. I think it's maximum 2 per person, I think. Um, yeah, and again, it's minimum 16 because it's not an event for kids, and it is a separate ticketed event to the entry for Dream World. So you have to have a pass to get in there, a ticket or a pass. But yeah, it has to be limited because purely the size of the group and for where we need to go and to keep everyone engaged. So yeah, pretty much. But yeah, tickets released this Friday night. There's a plane museum in the Sunshine Coast. Yeah, it's in Caloundra, I believe. I think it's in Caloundra. I have never been there. I heard it is good, but I want to get to the one in Sydney, or Newcastle. I think I want to get to that one, or the one in Longreach. They both have a Qantas 747 parked there. You can go through. That'd be cool. Buzzy's off. Thanks very much. You have a good week too. Thanks for jumping on tonight. Appreciate you. All right, we've got here Yellow Submarine. At Rivertown, they added a few vents inside the temple, which brings the daylight in. and you can see the fans and the vents when you switch tracks. Haven't noticed him before. Was better way better before. Okay, well that's interesting. Wonder why they did that. I have to check that out. If I could improve or add something to make Fright Nights better, what would it be? Okay, Wild West area needs to have more smoke, more creatures or whatever down. The ride needs to have more smoke and ambience through the Wild West Falls ride, and yeah, more themed foods. They years ago they had heaps more themed foods and things. Like when I worked there, we did so much work and like with food and drinks themed stuff. But I mean, look, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't pan out to be profitable. But again, that's what glues that event together to me. Maybe have it open a little bit longer as well, particularly just to get through the mazes. So maybe they can shut the rides when they need to because of the noise, but have the mazes stay open for a bit longer so everyone can experience them all without necessarily buying the fast passes. Really expensive. So, but yeah, I love their event. I like to have maybe an IP maze. So there's no IP at the moment. They're all their own design. Years ago, they had the Halloween or Friday the 13th or whatever. I love that kind of style, old school. But maybe they should have a scream maze, given that there's a new movie out as well. You never know, but they got to pay big money to use all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. You're going to sell out, no problem. Most of your fans, I would say, are around the Gold Coast area. Yeah, look, as I say, the last event sold out real fast. We actually like we wanted more to look. There's a chance we might be able to squeeze a few more tickets in. It's just like there's limits on physically on how many people we can actually have coming along. Like we would, to be honest, we could probably sell 100 tickets. We can't control a group of 100. It's impossible with what we've got going on. All I say is if it's something you're really keen to do, myself and Adrian from AU Theme Park Fan and Riley from That's So Mid, we're running the event. We're there the whole day as well, and hanging with you guys. And yeah, I mean, obviously we're documenting and filming for our channels the event. Obviously you're welcome to. Actually, I'm not sure for you guys whether they're going to allow too many behind the scenes stuff, photos or whatever. We've got some approvals for us, but yeah, we'll see. Might have to judge that on the day, kind of thing. So, but for you guys, it's about you've been able to absolutely get some added value to out of Dreamworld that you've never had before. You know that you can't buy. You can't buy this ticket anywhere else. It's not available. But they might, after doing this event, might say, "Geez, how good was that?" And we came up with the event, by the way. In fact, we came up with so much. There's so many options, and then they had to say, "Okay, we can't do that because of this and this because of that." So we had to come up with an agreement on what's good. Like a couple of things they put to us, we said, "Nah, there's not really. It's not exciting enough." So we need to change that. So as I say, this is 10 months in the making, and it has gone between probably 4 different Dreamworld marketing people before we finally got someone that understood really what we're trying to get out of this. And that's why it's not designed for kids, because it's a lot of moving between areas of the park. It's a lot of information, Q&As, and behind the scenes looks of stuff, and there's safety stuff as well. And so we had to set a limit on that. So it's not something kids would probably enjoy too much. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. And then because we've kept everyone busy, like from 8 a.m. till like 2:00, just back to back with stuff. And there's lunch in there, of course, and bathroom stops. But then after 2, everyone gets Ride Express, and I think one ticket on the spinning seats on the Taipan. So yeah, there's some value there as well. So you're about to get all your rides done because of the Ride Express. So it's pretty cool from that respect, and that's like free time. And look, after that, It's a Saturday, so we've myself, Adrian, and Riley have just said, look, we're going to stay back for the night market, get some dinner. So of course, whoever wants to stay back, it's not part of the event. Of course, it's definitely not part of the event. The event finishes at like 5. Well, you got that from 2 to 5 free time, really. Um, so but if you want to stay for the dinner, we'll just be hanging there and having some food and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's going to be quite a chill day, but a busy day, and it's exciting. So hopefully people like it. And then of course we're having these annually. So maybe next year, if we get such a demand, we might be able to go, okay, there's going to be 2 lots of sessions, or maybe on the day. But the thing is, the ticket price may go up, because remember, we have to pay for all of the stuff. So they've come back with a price. We're paying for the staff members' time and use of things and that kind of thing. So that's what the ticket price is based off, all of that kind of stuff. So when we've had to set the price accordingly. So the thing is, if they're going to put double the people on to run two lots simultaneously through the day, tickets could potentially be more, and we don't really want. I think the Aussie World ones were, I think 50, or 55. I can't remember exactly. And these ones are around the 80, 85 mark, because there's a lot more, and obviously Dreamworld's bigger property, and they run like there's more staff operating these attractions and things that we've got early access to, and that as well. So yeah, but it's going to be a great event. Everyone who can get a ticket, I'm sure, will absolutely love it. And yeah, you're right, Brenna. We definitely could probably sell 200 tickets easy. And to be honest, Dreamworld, I mean, they might see this and go, maybe we should do this as like a thing that guests can do, like an extra, or maybe a shortened version of that. Because Movie World did that for a while with Star Tours. I was working there at the time, and was part of the team involved to get that sort of operational and get it going, and all the different things that you could do, like coaster walk, track walk, and things like that. So yeah, you never know. They might see some value in doing something themselves moving forward. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Next year's event might not even be in the Gold Coast. We might choose somewhere else. So, it could be Gumbaya World, and then everyone from Victoria can go, hey, we can go to a cartel event. I mean, we're expecting potentially even some people to, if they can get a ticket, to fly up for this. Like we've got already people from other states going, I'd come up for that. So yeah, unfortunately, we have to limit the tickets. It's just operationally, it has to be limited. It's going to be exciting though. So it's going to be a great day. All right. Hey, Michael. Yeah, I was going to go to the Growl Expo. Something happened on the day. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I had stuff I had to take care of. I couldn't even get to a theme park last weekend, hence why I released another Singapore video because I couldn't film last weekend. And of course, I always put a video out every week, regardless, on this channel. So I had to. I've still got Singapore stuff there, which is fine. Which is funny. I got 17,500 subscribers and I get like 500 views. I know it's not a theme park, but it's still. It's all about travel and attractions and things that you can do. So anyway, it's interesting. Like quite often, the overseas content doesn't get the views. It's the case with other content creators too. We get it, but I think sometimes it's good to have a break from the local content. There's our parks here. There's only so much you can actually film to make a different video every week, if you know what I mean. Unless there's an event or something on. And again, like I said earlier on, I'm not one just to go to a park and just films like nothing. Like what I mean, nothing. I mean, without a reason to film. My videos have a reason. They have a theme. Today's video is, this. I'm here to film this. This is the topic, and that's why I plan my video. and I schedule what I'm doing. And that's why when I'm at the park, that's why I'm working. I'm working, right? I'm filming a video, but I'm not just doing whatever. I'm putting together a video for entertainment purposes, but also for to give you guys value, to give you information, to share what's or showcase what's available at the parks and different things that you can do and that kind of thing. So there's a reason for every video, and they take time to plan and all that as well. But yeah, the Growl Expo. So it was raining too, right? So I'll have to try and get to next year's one. I mean, I was looking at last year's videos. I'm like, I got to get to this, and I was going to go, but then one thing led to another, and I couldn't make it. And I thought I'll go on the Sunday, but it was only on the Saturday. So, but anyway, it is good to see the ride vehicles for Fast and Furious at Universal Studios Hollywood. I was there year before last when they announced it, and they were starting construction then. So, and it was originally going to open last year, but it's opening this year now in summer in the US. So our winter, it'll open. So, I hope one day to get back to ride it. I'm probably know I'm going to get sick on that ride because of the drifting and the spinning, but I'm still going to ride it. The ride vehicles are so cool. My favorite, obviously, is Dom's Charger, the $69 Charger. It might be his $70 Charger actually, but yeah, I mean they have done an amazing job with those coaster trains. They look incredible, don't they? And that's why I've been posting stuff about it, because I follow a lot of content creators in the US. But that's exciting that you're heading over in September. I don't even know if I can afford to get there this year, but I'll get there at some point in time, unless they invite me over. Again, I doubt they'll invite me over just for a roller coaster. But so unless you've got room in your suitcase, I don't think I can get over this year. But that's exciting. I'm glad you're getting over there September. That'll be cool. That'll be such a cool ride. A very cool ride. Hey, Bodie, hyped for the event. Awesome. Make sure you get in quick. What is the local aquarium in the Sunshine Coast? It is Sea Life. Sea Life is the name of the park up there. Definitely worth a visit. I've done it quite a few times actually. In fact, there is a video on the channel on that one from a couple of years ago, but I believe it's the same. Definitely some great attractions in the Sunshine Coast worth visiting. We enjoyed that one actually. It is quite a good attraction. So definitely check that out. Sea Life in Mooloolaba, I believe. Brandon says it's good value too with what you get included. Yeah. Well, that's what we tried to make it like. Hey, it's stuff that's almost. Someone could say, "Well, I'd pay $100. I'd pay $200 for that." Exactly, but given that we know some people who haven't got an annual pass, will have to pay for a day ticket, because remember, this doesn't include entry, so you have to have entry sorted. This is an extra a ticketed event inside once you're inside Dreamworld. So we obviously will make that clear. We are making that clear, and we just need everyone to know that you got to have a ticket to get into Dreamworld, as well as then the ticket for the event. So keep that in mind if you're not a pass holder. Jamie says Dreamworld is certainly forward thinking, using their parks at night, such as night markets. Definitely. And the whole idea of that from them is actually is basically to test that whole night trade scenario. So I think when the time is right, they probably will look at a more permanent option, maybe during the holidays. It would make sense. Like when school holidays are on, keep the parks open till 9 o'clock every night. Even in wintertime, people will hang around. Pauline's saying used to be called Underwater World. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's Sea Life. Yeah, it used to be called Underwater World, which is really cool. Did SeaWorld lose the IP for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I haven't heard that they have. I don't believe so. The ride's still there. I haven't been there during the day for a while, so I haven't seen the characters. And they've just recently released a whole lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like merch in the Nickelodeon store. So I don't think they've lost the IP at all. Not to my knowledge, but who knows? Maybe they have, but I haven't heard. By the way, if you weren't on here earlier, this is sponsored by Little Hampton sparkling water. It's from Victoria. Very deliciously refreshing, pure natural spring water. Grab your hand, get your hands on some when you can. Excuse me. David Stevens, thanks for your advice. No problem at all. Yeah, there's heaps to do in Sunshine Coast. There's the Ginger Factory. That's worth a visit too. It's another attraction, smaller attraction, but there's like an indoor dark ride there. It's really cool. Kind of like Small World at Disneyland on a smaller scale. You got to check that out. There's a train ride. Look, definitely worth a visit to the Ginger Factory. Put that on your list. If you like medieval castles and spooky dolls in an actual castle, there is a castle attraction. It's between. Now I can't even remember the name of it. It's Anyway, if you just search castle in Sunshine Coast, it'll bring it up. It'll bring it up. I'll probably search it for you now, but we've done that as well. It's pretty cool to visit. There's a whole lot of spooky dolls in there. Apparently, it is haunted. Apparently, when I went there, like I've never experienced like ghosts, whatever. Apparently, it's haunted, right? I don't know, but when I went in there, after being in there for once I started going through the castle, it's quite a journey through the different places you can go. I started feeling really strange, and I could hardly breathe, and it was just weird. It was weird, and yeah, like almost like I don't know about ghosts or spirits, but it's almost like something attached itself to me while I was there. I don't know. It was just odd. It was weird, and it took about a day before it sort of came right too. So anyway, it's if you don't mind that, yeah. But there's a few other. There's a macadamia nut sort of shop you can see into the factory. It's just a shop really. That's across from the Ginger Factory. I'd recommend Ginger Factory for sure. And that castle, it's pretty cool. It's actual real castle. Like it's pretty massive too. So that might be pretty cool to visit. In Maroochydore, they got a big time zone in that as well for arcade games and all that kind of gear. But as far as those other attractions, yeah, Aussie World, the Ginger Factory, Big Pineapple, yeah, all worth doing, definitely. Yeah, and again, I've got videos on the channel for all that stuff. Brody Numby, hey Shane, hope you're well. Thank you. Sorry, you are well spoken. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you've subscribed to my channel because you're a legend. I'm a legend. Thank you. You're very kind. Wondering what is your favorite theme park food or drink treat? Ooh, treat. Food or drink treat. I do like trying the different kinds of frappes at Movie World. So whenever they have, particularly, that's why I'm always a big fan of their events because I love trying themed foods. Now, if we're talking obviously local theme park foods and treats, then yes, the themed frappes, I'm always keen to try those. Jane's Rivertown Restaurant, the meals there are incredibly amazing. I do love going, and that's like for the like a main meal, I guess. But I can never turn down a churro or churros. I don't know. However you pronounce that, you know what I'm talking about. Spanish donut. I do like them. Yeah, frappes and with a shot of coffee usually, too, and yeah, the churros. I'm not really an ice cream. Now and then I have an ice cream, but I'm not really an ice cream person. I've never really, I prefer a nice block to an ice cream. The donuts, the Daniel's donuts, there are incredible. They're amazing. Or a themed, if it's a themed dessert, I'll always give that a go too. But if we're talking about overseas theme parks, you cannot go past the Dole Whip at Disneyland, or the Dole Whip float. It's probably my favorite actually with the pineapple juice. Oh, stop it! It's just so nice, and refreshing on a hot day. So that's probably my number one. There, I did like the mint julep drink as well, at Disneyland, but Universal has to be the frozen butterbeer. Harry Potter Land, the frozen butterbeer, so good. Every time I have that, without fail. Usually a number of them too. That so there you go. How old do you have to be to go to the event thing, Kira? 16 is the minimum age for that. Yeah, that's just what we've had to put on there for a cut off. You'll be right, I think, won't you? Pretty sure you're over 16. Well, you'll know. I don't know, but David's saying, are we getting the train from Nambour to Brisbane? Is that a 2-hour train trip? I think so. I think it is. I haven't done it, but I think I'm pretty sure. Ice Cold Fax says Bly Bly. Yes, Bly Bly is where the castle is. I was thinking it was a two named place. I just, how some things just escape you when you're not talking about it often. Bly Bly. Yeah. So if you're looking for the castle, medieval castle, it's in Bly Bly in Sunshine Coast. Yeah, Big Pineapple has changed a lot over the years. Not quite the same as it used to be. It's kind of back, but it's still. I haven't been back recently actually, but I've heard it's much better. Wildlife HQ next to Big Pineapple. Yeah, that's right. They have too. I've never been to that, but yes, there is a Wildlife HQ up near the Big Pineapple. In fact, there's quite a few little wildlife places up there, I believe. Yeah. Jane's restaurant has good food. Yes, it's well themed. Yeah, that's the thing. You're immersed in that theming. Any good local shopping centers around Sunshine Coast? Definitely. There is a major shopping center up there. I think it's called Sunshine Coast Plaza. I think that's anyway. There's one big one. There's restaurants. There's cinemas. It's big and it's decent. There's supermarkets. There's heaps of shops. I think it's 2-story. Very nice shopping center up there. Definitely check that out, 100%. And then the Maroochydore, that's in Maroochydore. So Maroochydore, there is also, other restaurants and fast food places in that as well. Yeah, Sunshine Plaza. Yeah, Sunshine Plaza. So check that one out. Kira, yeah. So the events, I think, at the end of May. So you probably just be able to get into that. Yeah, there's a Friday old school car show on at Dreamworld at the night markets on the 27th of March. Yeah, that was supposed to be, I think, 2 weeks ago, but it got rained out, so they've moved it to then. Yeah, if you're around the Gold Coast, Dreamworld, Friday 27th of March, unless you're at Carnival that night, but old school car show is part of the night markets. Remember, if you're not a pass holder, you can get into the night markets for just $2 entry, so it's worth doing. It's pretty cool. I think most of those cars will be in the front car park anyway, so you can probably just rock up, have a look. Should be pretty cool. But you'll be in Sydney, Michael, for the Jamboree. That's right. And you're racing your car on the Saturday, mate. Well, good luck, of course, as always. Good luck. I remember going to the Midnight Oil concert at the Big Pineapple a few years ago. Oh, wow. And it was pelting down with rain. Oh, that's not so good. That's not good. And Michael saying also, he was at the Big Pineapple last year, and they said, excuse me, the and they said the plantations will be going back in, and it's getting restored bit by bit in little stages. Yeah, because like, I first went there in like 1986, I believe. I think it was, and they had the little trams, and they had. I remember there was like a food court, but they had all the most beautiful like pineapple, like shakes and um desserts and things they'd make there, all fresh fruit and everything. It was. I remember that. Like it was like, wow, look at this. Yeah, it was a cool little place to visit in those days. Really cool. Guess what, guys? We're there. We've done it. We're at the end of the live stream. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone for joining me tonight on the live stream. I know you had maths on, and I appreciate that. I'm going to go and watch the rest of it now. So again, thank you all so much for joining me on the live stream. Again, I'm here every second Wednesday night. So 2 weeks' time, we'll be back again, 7:30 p.m. Queensland time. Apologies for everyone out of state, but hopefully daylight saving ends soon for you guys, so it'll be a little easier. But yeah, so midweek anyway. I'm better than maths. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I mean, we'll get trapped into this. It's all, it's watching people argue with each other, I suppose. I don't know. But we think it's entertaining. But thank you all. I appreciate everyone jumping on and interacting with the chat. It's always appreciated. Yeah, and if you want to get into that event for our cartel events at Dreamworld, tickets go on sale Friday night, I think 6 o'clock. So check it out. If you have trouble finding the link, let me know. But I think you got to go to the Spotify, and I think the link will be posted on there. The Theme Park Cartel podcast. So yeah, it'll be there. So anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the chat and the Q&As tonight, and I certainly appreciate you guys jumping on, and appreciate everyone supporting Jaggs Journeys on YouTube. So don't forget, if you're not subscribed, it's free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell as well, let you know when I upload videos. Don't forget, I am also on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook as well. So most things get uploaded on Instagram. There's usually a story and a couple of posts every day of some description of some of my travels, of places I've been, or things that are coming up, or maybe some reposts from some of the theme park announcements and that kind of stuff. So, and if you're at one of the parks during the week, I work during the week, so I don't go during the week. But if you are there and you see stuff, feel free to send me a message, a photo, or a little video. And if you're okay for me to post that, I'll post it. Obviously, I'll put your name to say this video is supplied by so-and-so. And keeps us all informed and up to date on what's happening at the theme parks between videos as well. Anyway, yep, you might see me at the parks. Remember, I'm mostly at the parks on Saturdays, mostly 99% of the time. So yeah, if you see me, come say hi. Absolutely. Yeah, a big thanks again. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of your week, and hope you get to do something fun at the theme parks or an attraction or holidays, wherever you choose to go soon. Stay safe, obviously. Try not to use too much petrol. don't panic buy petrol. We don't need to panic buy petrol. So just, yeah. And it's unsafe to panic buy petrol as well, to store it at your house, that's for sure. But anyway, have a good week. We'll see you at the theme parks, or don't forget, there'll be a weekly upload Sunday nights, usually on this channel. And yeah, mate, you never know, I might be doing a surprise live here and there at some point in time over one of the weekends. I usually just randomly do those ad hoc, so you never know. Anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate everyone. And also, they have changed. There it is. Okay, they've changed a few things around on my menu. Have a great week. And guess what? I'll see you on the next journey. Thanks for watching. Good night.